This is done. This is silly putty, man. All right, we get ready to put the new one on. All right, YouTube, what's up? It's Magnus. We got the Enclave jacked up. We're doing the sway bar or stabilizer bar bushing replacement. The ones on this car are wore out. Not supposed to be able to move like that. Not supposed to be able to take your hand and be able to move that. So what we're doing, we're going to change the bushings. We've got the Moog polyurethane units. First thing you need to do before you even attempt to do this job, you need to disconnect your sway bar end links. Now I did the top, and the way you got to do this is you'll take your 18mm and hold the nut, and take your 8mm on your ratchet, and then you can hold the nut with your box end and ratchet the actual stud off, and it makes it a lot easier to get the sway bar end links disconnected. The top and bottom is designed that way, but I just do the top, and you can just, after you get it loose, you just take it, pop it out, watch your lines here, your sensors, and just lay that to the side, put your nut back on, and then repeat the steps on the other side. And then your sway bars freeze to move it how you need to move it so you can get your new bushings on. Now, the hold down cap for the sway bar, those are 15mm. You can get to this one from here, but to get the other one, you're gonna get up under the car and reach it, and you're most likely gonna have to use a ratcheting box end. Okay, here's the Moog part number for the bushings right there, and this covers all the Lamda vehicles. I'll put them all up there in the video, but like I said, you're gonna be using 15mm for the hold down for the sway bar, and 18 to take it loose your sway bar end links. All right, we got your other side done, and that bushing on the stabilizer had a lot of play in it. We were getting a clunking noise. The control arm bushings look great, and the front ones look like they've been changed already. I think there may have been a recall possibly on some of this stuff. I had to check, but those are Moog units. Those are blue, just like what I'm putting on the stabilizer. So hopefully that'll fix a problem. Like I said, I didn't see anything else that would cause that clunking noise. Sway bar end links look good, so, and that's the only thing that wore the hell out on here. So we're gonna change that and give it a test drive and see what we got. Okay guys, get up under the car, and you see that's your sway bar right here. Take your 15mm, and you can get to these two back bolts real easy. Like I said, just lay on your back. There's one here, so right there. I've already got them out, but make sure you have a jack and a jack stand on each side. So let's get up under here with jack stands, because this thing weighs a lot. This is a heavy ass SUV, man. And I don't think you're gonna survive if this thing falls on you. So we got the two back ones out, and then we're gonna get up and go on the front side on each side and get the front hold down for the bracket off, and then we can get those bushings out. All right, remember, use your 15mm ratcheting box end, and you got all your bolts out now. See your front and the back. Now take your long screwdriver, a pry bar, and pry that cap off. All right, you got your cap off now, and this is that bushing. That bushing's toast. It's almost like silly putty, man. It's no good. And we're gonna compare it with the new one. All right, there's your new one. That's what it's supposed to look like. And a lot of people say, oh, they sent me the wrong part number. No, you gotta understand, this is wore out. That's why that hole's bigger than that one. That hole's got a smaller diameter, so for tension. So when you put this on, it's gonna be tight and not clump and wallow on you like this one did. So just remember that when you're putting new parts on, especially bushings like this. All right, gonna take some dielectric grease, put in here, and we're gonna open it up, slide it on, and get it in position. You see there's a divot right there. We got to get it back on the frame. You can see if you see it in there. That's what we got to get that position back on, and then we'll put our retainer back on. Okay guys, we already got this side done, and what you need to do, I'm going to show you what you need to do to help you put that on. The best way to do it is to get up under the car and open it up from the bottom of the vehicle. That way you can just place it onto the stabilizer bar. And I know some people struggle with this because they try to put it on out here and slide it up. You don't do that. Just get up under the car, make sure you got dielectric grease on it so it can slide on, and you can like get it in that slot. Now we're not going to tighten this side down yet because we got to do the other side. Then we'll tighten them both down at the same time. But I'm going to show you what to do with this to make it easier on you, because this thing is polyurethane. It is stiff. So you're going to have to do a few things to it so to make it easier for you to get it onto the stabilizer bar. All right, get your dielectric grease. You're going to put your nice bead on the inside of that, slather all the way around on the inside. Then we're going to show you the next step, what you need to do. All right, next, get you some snap ring pliers, stick it on the inside of the bushing, and work that bushing back and forth a few times in the opening. That'll help it, make it a little easier for you when you get up under the car to put it on the stabilizer bar, to open it up with your hands. You can slide it on the bar and get it in position, and then just clamp it down. That's all you gotta do. Put dielectric grease on the outside of it too, so when you put your retainer on, it'll slide down on there good. But see, now since we've took our snap ring pliers and kind of worked that opening a little bit, it has a gap now. So now it's gonna be a little easier for you when you get in position up under the car. So open it with your hands and slide it down on the bar. Okay, this is the passenger side. Okay, and that one was really toast. I think most of the problem came from that side, but this is done. This is silly putty, man. All right, we get ready to put the new one on. Okay, after you get your passenger side on, you go ahead and tighten both of your chainers down, driver and passenger side. Remember the 15mm to run them down. And when I get them snug, I go back and tighten them with 15mm ratchet and socket. And then you can reconnect your sway bar end links and go for a test drive. All right, we're gonna get finished tightening it down, and we're gonna go for a test drive. Also, on this passenger side, there's gonna be a heat shield kind of in your way from up under the car. You can still kind of work around it with your hands, so you can open up that bushing and get it positioned onto the sway bar. So just keep that in mind. All right, YouTube, we're doing our test drive. My driveway is pretty rough, and as you can see, I'm going over a lot of bumps here. There's no clunk, no bump now. Nice handling. Gonna do some side to side here. Oh yeah, see, before when I would do that, you'd hear it clunk, clunk. I mean, it's like an old truck, man. But now, and I know what an old truck sounds like. I got plenty of them. So, but that's, we're gonna call this a success, guys. It's really not that hard. You see, you only need like 3 tools to do the job to put on sway bar bushings. So I'm gonna leave you with that. Got more stuff coming for the Enclave, more maintenance, more tips. Like, subscribe, stay tuned. I've been Magnus. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Peace.